Hello students, welcome to AIMS India online classes. This is a chemistry session. Here we are discussing about changes around us. In earlier sessions we have seen what is change, how many kinds of changes are there, how they are segregated based upon its properties. These all we have seen. Now in this session we are going to see practice sheet 2 related to the chapter. In this practice sheet we are going to see different types of questions like multi-character answer type, comprehension paragraph, matrix matching, assertion reason, statement type and analytical approach questions we are going to see from this practice sheet. Okay, let us start the practice sheet. Good. Now first let us see about multi-character answer type questions. See the first one among those. Which of the following are endothermic changes? So what is meant by endothermic change? The change which occurs by absorbing heat energy. The change which occurs by the absorption of energy is called endothermic change. If we see here, certain changes are mentioned here in the options. First among them, condensation. Condensation means the conversion of a gaseous substance into liquid form by cooling. Okay. So when gas converts into liquid, heat energy is emitted by that gas. So it comes under exothermic change. It is not endothermic. Next, if you say melting. Melting means conversion of a solid into liquid. So for conversion of a solid into liquid, it should be heated. Means heat energy should be given to that. By absorbing that heat energy, solid converts into liquid. So melting is one of the endothermic processes. There energy is absorbed by the solid substance while converting into liquid substance. Okay. Next one, evaporation. Evaporation is one of the processes in which a liquid substance converts into gaseous form. So for the conversion of a liquid into gaseous form, it should be heated. By absorbing heat energy, liquid converts into gas. So it is also one of the endothermic processes. Okay. Next, freezing. While freezing, a liquid converts into solid by emitting heat energy out. So the change in which energy is emitted out is called exothermic change. So now endothermic changes are these two, melting and evaporation, because in these two changes energy is emitted out. Okay, sorry, energy is absorbed in these two, hence these are called endothermic changes. Next one, which of the following are periodic changes? What is meant by periodic changes? The changes which occur at a regular intervals of time with repetition are called periodic changes. So changes of seasons occurs at regular intervals of time. Phases of moon also occurs every month at the regular intervals of time. Beating of human heart, these all will come under periodic changes. But earthquake, it won't occur at regular intervals of time. It may occur at any time. There is no particular time for these earthquakes. Okay. So it won't come under periodic change. It is called non-periodic change. Except three are periodic changes. Next one, heating of wax in a pan is what kind of change? If we heat wax, that converts into liquid wax. That is physical change. And when you cool this liquid wax again, it converts into solid wax. So we can say it can be reversed, so it is reversible change also. And there is no change in its chemical composition, hence it is a physical change. So it is a reversible change as well as physical change. Okay. Next one, which of the following is an example of a chemical change? Observe once the given options: metal rusting, silver tarnishing, water boiling, paper burning. If you observe first one, as we discussed in the earlier sessions, rusting is the reaction of metals with oxygen in the presence of moisture, just like iron rusting. So there a new substance is formed. Now we can say as it a and one of the chemical changes example. Next one, tarnishing of silver. This also because of reaction of silver with gases in the atmosphere. And what about boiling of water? Boiling of water, it is not a chemical change, it is a physical change, because even after boiling also there is no change in its chemical composition, only there is change in its physical state, isn't it? Water changes into steam on heating, on boiling, so there is no change in its chemical composition. That's why it comes under physical change, not chemical change. Next, paper burning. When you burn a paper, what happens? Paper turns into ash and releases out certain heat amount energy. So new substance is formed here. So we can say this as a chemical change. So these three are chemical changes among the given. Okay. Next one. Now let us see comprehension passage type questions. See the passage first. For changing milk into curd, we add a small quantity of curd to milk. The milk is stirred and it is set aside for a few hours at a warm place. In a few hours, the milk changes into curd, isn't it? This is the process of making of curd from milk. Now let us see questions based on this. The change of milk into curd is a chemical change, because once the curd is formed from milk, we cannot get back the original milk taken even if we change the conditions. So it is a chemical change. New substance will be formed. Next one, the change of milk into curd is a, what kind of change it is? Conversion of milk into curd. As we know, it takes few hours of time. So as it is taking few hours time, it can be called as slow change, isn't it? Conversion of milk into curd is a slow change. Next one, chemical changes are generally, what kind of changes are these chemical changes? Are they reversible or irreversible? Yes, chemical changes are generally irreversible changes, because there is a formation of a new substance that cannot be reversed easily into its original form, even though if you reverse the conditions. So generally chemical changes are said to be irreversible changes. Next one. Now let us see matrix matching type question. See here two columns are given. In the column 1 some change is mentioned and its type is mentioned in column 2. Try to match this. Burning of carbon. Carbon will form like coal or charcoal. What happens by burning of carbon? Energy is released out. So the change in which energy is released out is called exothermic change, isn't it? So and that carbon converts into carbon dioxide and hence new substance is formed. Then what we can call this type of change? It is called chemical change also. As energy released, it is exothermic change, and as new substance is formed, it also called as chemical change. Now see the next, melting of wax. Melting of wax. For melting of wax, it needs certain amount of energy in the form of heat. Then wax will be melted. So as it is absorbing energy for melting, melting of wax can be called as endothermic change. And that molten wax can be reconverted into solid form by cooling it. So here we can understand there is no formation of any new substance. Such kind of change is also called as physical change. Okay. Next one. A change accompanied by absorption of heat. The change in which energy is absorbed for the formation of to occur the change are called as endothermic changes, isn't it? The changes in which energy is absorbed are called endothermic changes. Next one, a change accompanied by evolution of heat means the change in which energy is released out are called exothermic changes. Okay, this is about matching. Observe once, burning of carbon is an exothermic change, as well as it is also a chemical change also. Melting of wax is an endothermic process, and it is just a physical change. And the changes in which energy is absorbed are called endothermic changes, and the changes in which energy is released out are called exothermic changes. Okay, this is about matrix matching. Next, assertion reason type questions. See the first one. The explosion of a firecracker is a physical change. Is it correct? No. The explosion of a firecracker is a chemical change because new substances will be formed. As new substances are being formed, it comes under chemical change, not physical change. Next one, a physical change is a reversible change. Yes, generally physical changes are reversible changes. So what will be correct answer now? Assertion is wrong, reason is correct. This will be correct answer. Okay, next one more assertion. The process of conversion of liquid water into vapors by heating the liquid is called boiling. Is it correct? The process of conversion of liquid water into its vapors by heating is called boiling. So it is correct. Next one, reason if you see, the process of conversion of water vapors into liquid by cooling the vapors is called condensation. This is also correct. Actually, these two are the definitions for those. Conversion of liquid into vapors is called boiling, and the conversion of vapors into liquid is called condensation. Both are right, but it is not the explanation for it. So A is correct and R is not the correct explanation of A. This is correct. Okay. Next, statement type if say, rusting of iron is a chemical change. Is it true? Yes, because iron, when it is kept in the atmosphere to expose to oxygen or air in the presence of moisture, that iron particles react with the oxygen in the presence of moisture and converts into hydrated iron oxide, which we commonly call as rust. So a chemical substance newly formed there, so it comes under a chemical change. Statement if you observe, the change of liquid water into ice on cooling is a reversible change. Is it correct? Change of liquid water into ice by cooling. Yes, when liquid water changes into ice, only there will be change in its physical state, liquid to solid, but chemical composition will be same, will be remained same. So it comes under a physical change, and this ice can be reconverted into liquid water by heating. So it is a reversible change. This is also correct. Statements both are correct where it is here. Okay, next one. Change of liquid water to steam on boiling is an irreversible change. Is it true? No, because this is steam formed here again can be converted into liquid form by cooling, by a process called condensation. So it is a reversible change, not irreversible. So it is an incorrect statement. Next, beating of human heart is non-periodic change. Is it correct? No, because heart beats at regular intervals of time continuously. So it is a periodic change which occurs repeatedly at regular intervals of time. So it is a periodic change but not non-periodic. Both the statements are false. Okay. Next one. Now let us see analytical approach questions. See the first one. In the figures below, the change occurring. What kind of change is occurring here? See in the first figure it is shown bursting of crackers. And if you observe here, burning of matchstick. So in these two, burning and blasting, new chemical substances are being formed, and hence these changes in which a new substance is formed are called as chemical changes. So burning and bursting, these will come under chemical changes. Next, look at the picture given below. What kind of change is shown in the picture? See once the correct options and check the correct option. So candle is lighted. After an hour, it is observed candle size became small. So it is an irreversible change, isn't it? We cannot get back the original candle, complete candle. So it is irreversible, correct only. Melted wax cannot be solidified again. This is wrong. Melted wax can be solidified by cooling, but burnt wax cannot be reversed back. But melted wax can be converted back into solid form again by cooling. This statement is incorrect. So completely it becomes wrong answer. Next, it is a reversible change. Here itself it is wrong. Is it reversible? No, it is irreversible because the candle wax burnt and converted into other forms that cannot be reformed into wax again. Of course, this is correct only, but overall statement is incorrect. It is a periodic change. Is it correct? Burning of candle is a periodic change? No, it may occur at any time. It is not periodic. Candle melts after an interval of an hour. This is also incorrect. Next, this is a chemical change. Yes, because here wax is burning in the presence of air and forming carbon dioxide and water vapor as the products. Burning of candle wax results in change in composition of candle. This is actually correct statement about the burning of candle. What is happening here? First melting, wax is melting and then it is converting into vapors. Those vapors are burning in the presence of atmospheric air, and finally carbon dioxide and water vapor are formed as new substances, and hence it comes under chemical change. Okay, that's about practice sheet 2 based upon changes and different kinds of changes. Okay, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel AIMS Today and visit our website aimstoday.in for latest updates on recorded videos.